Hello, everyone. Again, that's me, Yasmin. Nice to see you again. And first of all, I would like to thank everyone that commented and watched my video and has been following what I'm doing online. So, yeah, very exciting to have so many people sharing their love and their support for what I'm doing because it's not easy to do this. I thought it would be a lot easier, to be honest, but I think I'm a couple of weeks in and I'm already feeling how difficult all this podcasting organization and planning and thinking about whatever it is that I'm going to do next is. And yeah, it's been interesting, but it is a nice journey. It is a nice challenge to have right now, and I'm really happy that it's becoming something for me. At least it's becoming a very good way to challenge myself, but also to share thoughts and share ideas, which I think is the main goal of this podcast. But more of that later. Today, I want to do something different. I don't want to do a video very well researched or very well thought. I just want to create this new version of videos, which are just weekly reflections of things that happened during the week. It is a more out of the top of my head kind of structure. So let's see how that works. So today I would like to bring 3 different topics to discuss here. So the first thought that I have about this trip was, 1, how important it is to have a break. And also another thought is how important balance is in our lives, right? Because nothing is static like that. Nothing is a full straight line upwards or whatever. It's very important and it's very necessary for us to find ways to break our routine and to create some balance in the way that we live life. In this balance, in changing the rhythms and the patterns in our lives, it allows us to change the perspective of the things that we are doing from where we stand and from where we look. So an example is maybe you are very worried about a fight that you had with someone that you really love or that you really admire, and that is stuck in your mind, that is with you, and that's a very complicated scenario to be in. However, if we go for a walk, if we sleep, if we travel, if we do something different, for example, maybe that challenge that we were having, those concerns, those challenges are going to be presented in a different way once we think about them again from this new perspective, from this break that we had, from this break of pattern or this break of commonality. The important part here is to break the cycle, and in breaking the cycle we can allow new perspectives to emerge, and we can allow us to feel different, and from that we can change the way we have approached our challenges, our circumstances, and so forth. So here is my first thought of the week. Maybe a question. How are you allowing yourself to break your cycles, to to create the possibility for new perspectives to emerge in your life. The second thought I had this week is about the phrase, let's say, that is a lot more under the surface. And as I said before, I think I said that before, um, I will explore the image of iceberg in a new video. I will dedicate a whole new video about that image because it has been very well discussed and debated during the 20th and 21st century in a lot of different ways. But in a nutshell, what I want to bring here is think about an iceberg. If you can't think about an iceberg, think about triangle. I will put here somewhere in the video if you're watching this for you to understand what I'm talking about better. But an iceberg or a triangle, in a very summarized and simplified way, we can think about the tip, that expression, right? The tip of the iceberg is normally about 10 to 20% of the whole mass of the iceberg. So if you see, if you've watched Titanic and if you've been in conversations where people talked about the tip of the iceberg or whatever, it's because that tip really is very misleading, right? It's just about 10% of the whole thing. Like, you can't judge an iceberg by the tip of the iceberg, right? So why am I saying this? Because when we deal with other people, when we talk with other people, there is a lot more that we don't know about them than what we know about them, right? So when we are in relationships, in conversations, in social interactions, we think we know what the other person is going through, and we don't. It's just that 10% that we are perceiving when we are interacting with them. And there's a whole 90% of that person that is under the surface, that is underneath the water. So I think this is my invitation for us to be kind and to listen to others and to be compassionate to others, but not just to others, because this iceberg idea also applies to us, right? We don't know much about ourselves as we think we do. And yes, please tell me in the comments, what do you think about that? Do you think you know everything about yourself? Maybe we need to discuss about that in another video ASAP. But anyway, going back to my point is that we don't know about ourselves either. We don't know much about ourselves either. And in the same way that we always hear people saying, oh, you should be compassionate to others, which is very, very important, we should also be compassionate to ourselves. Sometimes we do things that we don't know where it came from. We don't know why we did what we did. We don't know why we were triggered by something that happened. And that's okay, because we also are an iceberg, and we are also in a lot of ways hidden from ourselves. So this is an invitation to be compassionate with our challenges, with our flaws, with our moments of insecurities, and maybe moments that unexpected moments. So let's just be kind to ourselves as well and live life the best way that we can, shall we? So my question for this second thought is, how compassionate can you be to yourself? I would like to focus right now the question on us. How compassionate can we be to ourselves, and how willing are we to forgive ourselves for our mistakes, for our slippery slopes, for our unexpectedness? The third thought of the week, the third reflection of the week, is related to this poem by John Donne that is called No Man is an Island. And I think it would be good to at least quote the first bit of this poem. It's not a big poem, but I don't want to dwell on it too much. So the poem goes: No man is an island, entire of itself. Each is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. And the poem continues. But why am I thinking about that this week? Is because I realized, not that I didn't consciously know about that, but more than in other recent moments, I realized that I tend to, or I try to do things by myself. I don't really like asking for help. And that's fine, right? The second point of this reflections of the week video is to be kind to ourselves. However, we are not alone in this world, right? I will also dedicate other videos to go deeper into this topic. But we don't do anything by ourselves, essentially. Even if we think that we are doing things alone, we are not. We always depend and we are always related to other people. And the more we bring this to awareness, and I'm also talking to myself here, the more we understand that we do need people, we do need our social circles, we need to care for them, and we need to facilitate the way in which people are in our lives, of course, in different ways, right? Some people are more social than others, and we all have our differences, but the fact is that we're always related to other people. What I also like about this poem is that it says each is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. So in the same way that all the little rocks and the sand and the grass, the forest, or whatever land that we're talking about here makes a continent as an entirety, we also make an entirety of societies and groups and large scale humanity. So we're not individually going about our lives. We are always in contact with others. But I would also like to leave the reflection here. How much do you really let people into your life to help you and to support you? And that can be more challenging than we think. As a quick summary of what we've talked about today, we talked about how important it is to have moments of breaking the cycles and breaking the patterns, to allow ourselves to see and experience scenarios, opportunities, challenges from a different perspective. The second point is about the iceberg. There is a lot more under the surface than we think there is. So let's be compassionate, let's be willing to listen and to support the challenges and the struggles that everybody's going on, including ourselves. And third point of today is that we are social beings. We need others, and we need to care for our relationships. So, how much are we willing to do that, and how much are we letting other people help us as well in our challenges and in our everyday scenarios? So, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time. Bye.